I'm Dr. Matt, and I'm looking forward to really talking today because we're going to look at how stress really just impacts the body. So think of this, a stressful meeting, a long to-do list, a packed schedule. What happens? Your shoulders start to rise, your jaw tightens, your body leans forward. Sometimes you don't even realize it, but this physical response that we have to stress accumulates drastically over time. It becomes a pattern. Becomes the one thing that we don't know that we are doing all the time. It's not just the body, but the brain becomes tired. We feel the body, but it's our brain. It's that inability to make clear decisions. But how can we help it? Because our daily stressors aren't going away anytime soon. You know, it's not like your life is carefree, right? But one answer is to help handle the stress that's coming at us better. And we can do this, we need to know how we are currently doing. Does that make sense? We need to take an assessment. We need to figure out how our body is really handling stress. Are we, where are we at? We need to get a metric. So no matter what kind of work you do, there's always some kind of measurement on your performance, right? So in this video, we're going to look at that specific measurement called heart rate variability. And I love working with heart rate variability because this scan shows how efficiently we are managing our stress daily. Does that make sense? And we're going to take a look at what this looks like. So dads, especially with Father's Day coming up, but we can relate to all parents who have to struggle with a wide range of struggles and opportunities and kids' schedules and life and work, okay? But what we want to look at is we're going to go through an example of a heart rate variability scan. I'm going to hold it up here. It's old school still, it's written out, but we're going to go through, and what we look at in our office is we uniquely measure the stress load that each person is walking through. Okay, and then what we use through the HRVs helps us find that root cause and help get you a drug-free solution. Does that sound good? It does to me, because I mean, as a dad, I got 3 kids and all have busy schedules, and it's crazy sometimes the amount of energy I don't have. So what I do in HRV, I find out where my system is, and then it helps me evaluate where I need to let some things go, because you can only do so much, right? All right. So I wanted to start with a really great story of, myself, okay? I went to chiropractic school later in life. I went back at 42 to become a chiropractor. And when I was going through school, we were an hour away, 3 little kids at the time. I was gone all the time. I wasn't working, so financial stress, school stress, trying to pass classes, get through medical school, chiropractic school. It was literally like, I've never experienced anything like it. It was the greatest experience and the hardest thing I've ever done. But I remember when I graduated and I got, we set up our office, which I am at right now, and I did my own HRV. My HRV was so exhausted because I'd been worn out and wound up for 3.5 years because all I was doing was go, 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 go. Now, yes, I was getting adjusted. Yes, I was taking care of myself, but man, I had so much on my plate. And I remember that sense of relief that came when I finally finished school. I was like, wow. My whole body started to let down. I was able to heal. But so many of us dads, we don't recognize this. We wait for the indicator lights to start coming on like we do in our car. All right. So remember, stress can have multiple forms, okay? And we talk about physical, environmental, or chemical, emotional. And it's easy to separate in our mind what's going on, but so much in our bodies. But this is why stress and that long to-do list and a packed schedule can cause your shoulders to rise and your jaws to lean forward, because we don't realize it, but there's a physical response to our stress, all right? And if it's a constant day in and out stress, we become tired. Anything under stress for any length of time is going to wear out. Okay, well, we can throw a pill at it or swallow something to make it go away. Most of our daily stressors are not going to go away. Our kids are not going away, okay? Not for another 6 years in my house, so we have some time here, okay? But we can measure how balanced you are. And we can look at that stress response and we can see what do we need to do to get you back to a place where you can respond well, okay? So you're not worn down, worn out, and unmotivated, okay? So this is an example of what very common dad reading looks like, all right? So I'm gonna hold this up here, all right? So I'm gonna talk this through. I know it's old school here, but I wanna hold this up. So what we see here is the first thing we're measuring is autonomic activity. So this up here, up and down, and so you see on this little crosshair, the up and down one is measuring the body's battery, okay? So we see this battery for him, this white dot is what we're looking at, is way, way exhausted, all the way down here, all right? So what this means is that low charge means low energy, and the results are feeling wound up and worn out. So what we measure in this is, where's that balance at? So are we over here in the sympathetic or parasympathetic? So for him, he's in this 48 range as far as his autonomic balance. We want to be a lot higher, a lot higher, okay? And so we measure from side to side, we start seeing, are we in fight or flight or sympathetic, or we're over in rest and digest. And he's way over here in sympathetic, okay? Because the brain is locked in fight or flight. So the longer we are locked in this pattern, the longer it takes to unlock, because our nerves that fire together are wired together, right? And so what we're looking at here is, this is why this data exactly often feel so worn up and worn out, because their system is carrying so much. And what the HRV is measuring is not so much the heart, it's how the brain and the body are working together, okay? And that's what we're looking at here. As we look at this HRV, we're looking to see in these scans how we can sort out where you stand. So this month we have a special dad's offer that's going on. So give us a call. And if this is for your husband, let's just find out how that brain and body connection are doing. Let's take a look and see how that charge is. And let's look out to see where that balance is. Because if we see that we're out of balance and we stay there, nothing's going to change. In fact, our health is going to get worse. And it does. But if we start getting our body's ability to adapt to stress manageable, we get out of that fight or flight, we start getting these adjustments. The adjustments help the brain start to relax, so you sleep better, you recover better. It makes all the difference in the world. So we love this technology because it helps us get the answers uniquely to you. That's what this is about, Dad. It's about you. And I know most of you dads are the last one to take care of yourselves, but we'd love to sit down and show you your HRV, walk you through what it looks like, help you see this is what a stressed out dad looks like, okay? And we want to make sure you don't stay in this pattern. We want to get you back to the middle so that you can thrive and not be worn out, all right? So dads, know that we love you. If you know of another dad that's worn out and exhausted and is wound up and can't shut down, is struggling to feel recovery and rest, is constantly feeling like he's maxed out, whether at home or at work, show him this video. Reach out to our office, come in, let's get you scanned. Let's find out what we can do to help you guys, okay? Dr. Matt, and I can't wait to see you guys.